Hey everyone, welcome. So this is Manifesting Made Easy. So there's tons and tons of content out there, videos, programs you can purchase, objects, everything that kind of helps you manifest in life. And honestly, to some degree, you don't need any of that. You need one thing and one thing only, and that is knowing this. Knowing this is everything when you want to bring something into fruition, right? So knowing this is kind of like a muscle. It exuberates confidence, assertiveness, and you just know exactly how it's going to turn out. But that, for some people, can be really, really difficult, right? So you have to start off small. So at its core, manifesting is basically bringing something into fruition that you desire. That's it. Okay. So how do we do that? The simplest way to do that is to think of something in your head that you want to bring into fruition. Okay, so the first thoughts are, the Ferrari, that big house up on the hill, $1 million in your bank account, and that's all well and good. But here's the key. It has to make sense in your current trajectory. Okay, you can't manifest a red Ferrari to just pop up in your driveway the next day. It absolutely won't work. But what you can do is think about that red Ferrari in your head, right? Red, it's a V12. You get down there, you polish the leather, you smell it, you take it for a drive in your head. And what you're doing is you're creating the frequency, you're matching the frequency of bringing that into fruition in your life. So, again, when you release this thought form from your head, it's going to go upstream in your reality, and the universe is going to start creating these energetic pathways to bring it into fruition. Okay, so the universe always brings the manifestation into your reality in a way that is way more perfect than you can think of. Okay, so I'm going to give you a classic example, and I love using this example. So on my YouTube channel, there are quite a few video testimonials to the products and services that I've delivered over the years. Years ago, I released the fifth generation of the Source software, which helps people to manifest things in their life. And I released a beta version to the public for the first time. And it had a lot of downloads, and people were having really good results with it. There was a woman in one of the Scandinavian countries that wanted to manifest a four-leaf clover. Okay, so think about this. A four-leaf clover in nature is pretty rare. I don't know. It's probably like 1 in 4 million, maybe 1 in 6 million, but it's ultra rare. So she used the software, went ahead and did her, um, you know, uh, use the software to program the water, bring it into the body, and then push it out on the light rays. And she was jogging one day, a few days after she wanted to manifest it, and she decided to lie down in the field. So she lies down in the field, and she rolls over, and there's a four-leaf clover. So what are the odds of that? Well, they're pretty extreme. But remember what I said: the universe always delivers that manifestation in a way that's way more perfect than what your human mind can conjure up. So during the testimonial video, she has the four-leaf clover behind this. I think it was like a blue bottle of water. And she slowly moves it into focus. And there it is, a four-leaf clover, right? But remember, the universe always delivers it in a much more beautiful and perfect way. She unfolded another leaf. It was a five-leaf clover. Think about the odds of that. That must be astronomical. But that's the way pure manifestation works, right? You think about that red Ferrari in your head and you release it. It goes upstream in your reality. The universe grabs it, starts creating those energetic pathways to bring it into fruition in a way that makes sense. Okay, you never ever want to be motivated or passionate about manifesting. Okay, you want to be driven. When you are driven, you are unstoppable. Okay, and with that comes complete assertiveness and confidence on levels that are extreme. And this is how you get successful at manifesting. But again, it's like a muscle. The more you work it, the better you're going to get at it. So with the Ferrari, what would happen was it's just not going to pop up in your driveway. But what would happen is maybe there's a long lost relative that turns around and sends you a check in or around the amount to buy the Ferrari, because now that makes perfect sense and that's how it's done. So the time by which you release it and the universe picks it up is what we call the path. If you have any doubt or worry along the path, that thought form is destroyed and you have to start over. So when you think about it, how many people in reality you really know that can truly manifest on the fly? Probably not a lot. So the knowingness is all part of creating that consciousness in your head of the thing you want to bring into fruition. Words and thoughts, folks, are incredibly powerful. You surround yourself with positive people, positive things happen. You use positive words, positive affirmations come back. Positive karma is always return to you a thousandfold. It's the same thing with manifesting. Put all of your love, creativity, and energy into the thought form that you want to bring into fruition. You that's all you have to focus on. That's your entire job. The universe, man, is like a thinking sponge. It's childlike energy. It's the stuff that drives creation. And when you tap into that, all it wants to do is absolutely 100% unequivocally give you what you want. But you have to know what you want. That's where knowingness comes in. Knowing that thought form in your head. Then you release it and the universe does the rest. So I suggest you start off with something small. A safety pin, a matchstick, and maybe a needle, a blue thimble, something very, very small that you don't really have to worry about. And what happens is typically things come into fruition in under 72 hours. And that seems to be the constant medium, right? And when things start to come into fruition for you, you get more confidence, right? You get more knowingness. You get more assertive. You can now focus and become more driven on maybe the next level of things you want to bring into fruition. And if you fall on your face, it's cool. It's totally fine. You can't evolve unless you fail. And when you fail, you learn from that. And it just makes you that much harder and stronger when you go to create the next level of whatever you want to, right? The next things you want to bring into fruition. And then, and then you're going to get to a point in your life where it almost starts happening automatically. And I'll do that in another video. But for now, I just want you to start off with something small. So again, knowing this, never motivated, never passionate, always knowing this. That drives being assertive, that drives being confident, right? Put that thought form in your head and live it, breathe it. You know, do everything that you would if it was right in front of you in real time. And what you're doing is you're creating that reality. So without going too deep into this, you know, our senses keep us kind of locked into a 3D reality, but right around us rage a multitude of realities, and there are an infinite amount of versions of you in those realities, and one of those versions has the thing that you want to bring into fruition. And what we're doing basically during manifestation is we are slipstreaming that timeline onto our own, but it needs to come together in a perfect harmony, and that's where you know, the universe puts it together where it absolutely makes the most beautiful sense, folks. This is it at its easiest point, manifesting. Know what you want.